You've been dating your boyfriend for 3 months?
Yeah.
And you're going to wait a year. And like, but when was
it discussed? Like
No, like, are you guys in love?
I don't know. It's been 3 months.
Are you?
Don't put that on her, Brian.
What is that?
I think we like each other a lot.
Okay. You guys live in LA?
Yeah. He remember I told you that we were long distance before we were dating, and then when he moved here we became official.
Wait, long distance before?
Like we were, like a talking phase or whatever, you still hang out. We did that from originally Houston to Maryland, and then from Michigan to Los Angeles.
You're both in LA, yeah?
Yeah, now we are, finally.
Do you guys live together?
No. God, no. Oh, my God. No. I want to be engaged before I live with somebody.
Is he a religious guy?
He is very religious.
Oh, he's religious? Okay.
Are you?
I'm not like trying to break your heart here.
No worries.
But I'm just like...
No, I know it's definitely a topic.
He's got clout. He lives in LA. He's an attractive guy. No H, I guess, on.
Well, the entire time he's lived in LA, he's been in a relationship.
But you don't live, like, do you...
We don't live together, but I really...
I don't know the guy. It sounds like he's a great guy, but, like, he didn't previously wait with his other partners, like he...
I mean, he had a girlfriend for, like, 3 years, and they waited.
Is he, like, more of a but you said he's more of a relationship guy.
I'm talking too much. but
I'm just, like...
I have no worry about him going out and doing anything, even if he's not a virgin. Like, him having previous bodies, if it was like 100 or like 80 or 50, I would be concerned, obviously. But I wouldn't be dating him. Because
my only thing is like when, at least for a guy, like I'm just thinking from a guy's perspective, and look, not all men are going to think like this, but like unless as a guy you're not waiting until marriage, I feel like a lot of men in that situation are gonna be like, I'm not. Again, sounds like a nice guy.
I know, no.
I just feel like a lot of guys in that situation are gonna just put that girl on the back burner. Wait, and they'll be seeing other girls on the side. I'm not saying that's the case.
No, I agree with you.
I
think that
a year, son.
No, a year
Bro,
is a long time.
Hey,
I agree with you. If I was a man who was not
because he's got options.
Yeah, no, for sure. If I was a man who wasn't waiting, no, he does.
I'm complimenting the guy. He's a fucking Chad. He's a Chad. I'm just saying.
If I was a man and a girl wanted me to wait a year to have sex with her, I'd be like, no, like what? Especially if I wasn't on the same path. Like, if I'd be like, absolutely not. Luckily, so I understand, if he wanted to break up with me, I'd be like, okay, like I understand where you're coming from. That being said, I like to think he likes me enough that he sees this being a much longer term thing than 1 year and is willing to wait a year to reap the benefits. That sounds terrible. Reap the benefits. You know what I meant? A higher level of intimacy.
Yeah. No, I get it. No, it all sounds, I think it's above the board. I'm just, it occurs to me that...
I get it. Every person I tell is like, are you sure? Are you sure? But, yeah.
I mean, maybe
I must have a lot more faith in humanity, because I think that's great. Like, I don't automatically assume that he's, like, out there.
I think he's being a
back.
good boy. Yeah. I have no indication that he's not. And I have people who are around him constantly that I think would tell me. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
We'll see.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it could very well be the case that he's like, this is the girl I'm going to marry.
I don't know if he's thinking all that, but maybe, I don't know.
It's only 3 months.
Because like if he's that, no, but if he's like, whoa, this girl's fucking amazing. I really like this girl. Then I can 100% see like in that circumstance, like,
does he have the same?
I'm not gonna lie, that shit would still be fucking hard. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
she's awesome.
So is she like? Is he also like? I want to get to know somebody before I sleep with them, or is he kind of like?
I don't know. I don't think we've had that conversation, but I think if he's going to date somebody, then he would. I don't know why I'm talking for him.
Yeah, you're talking
but
for him.
I'm talking for him, so I could be completely wrong.
Okay.
I think if he's gonna date somebody, he'd prefer to wait, maybe not a year, but
Okay.
Yeah,
you know.
Brian, I feel like this goes against a lot of the arguments that you make that you would prefer, given like the two options, you'd prefer a virgin compared to somebody that's like highly promiscuous. But if you met a girl that you were very serious about, you saw like a potential future with this girl, and she said, "Hey, this is my standard," you wouldn't.
That's how most men that I come into contact with are, though. They say they want a virgin, they say they want someone with no experience, whatever. I say, okay, I'm a virgin. You have to wait a year until we even think about it. And they're immediately like, absolutely not. It's
well,
like,
I mean, okay, I feel like you tend to date, or like you're really interested in guys that are like young.
Most
like
of the
you.
guys I've hang out with or have tried to date, even though I'm personally atheist, have been heavily religious.
No,
like
I
that.
mean like age wise.
They're
like similar
age-wise.
age to
I
you.
mean, they've always been in like the 20 to 23-year-old range.
I think
which
that
is
definitely
young.
plays a factor, but
I'm gonna say no on that because I was also a very late bloomer, and same thing. I would date older men, and same reaction. They'd be like, "Oh my god, ew!" Like they'd be disgusted with it.
Honestly,
Disgusted with what?
interesting.
Yeah,
with
With
the
me
fact that
being a
she-
virgin.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that they're.
I think it's that they have to
disgusted.
wait so long.
Yeah, I don't think it's like if a virgin was down to fuck on the first night, they're not going to be like, "Oh, bitch, you're a virgin."
No,
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
I would.
not-
They're
they
not going to be
would-
like,
It would
It's like-
come up like they would make advances and be like, "Hey, I don't want to do that because I'm a virgin," and they'd be like, "Oh God," you
See,
know.
But I'm coming at it from
Okay,
like
let's-
if
yeah,
you're
let's-
if you're like you as a guy and you met a girl that you were really down for and she said, "Hey, this is my standard," wouldn't you assume that she obviously, especially if she's a virgin, like she applies that to everybody? Would you not like take that as like this girl is probably very like morally healthy, she would make a very good future partner, and like
Yes.
that's something that you would take into consideration, being somebody that doesn't value one night stands?
I don't disagree with you there, but I think I can also have my own standard, and that is that when it comes to a romantic relationship, look, I don't want a girl that's super promiscuous, but I don't think the two are mutually exclusive.
No, I'm
I
not
think
saying
you
that they
can you can be attracted to and want to date a woman with a low body count or even a virgin. Again, there are some women who are virgins that aren't trying to wait, no offense, like a year. Like there are women who are virgins and maybe it's a couple
The thing
weeks,
is, though,
a month,
if you
2 months, 3 months.
If you're the type of person who's only waiting a couple weeks or a month or whatever, chances are you're not going to be a virgin that late into life. Because when
You'd
does that
be-
happen for
I
you?
mean, you'd be surprised, but
Sometimes
case
it's
in
not
point
by
over here.
choice.
What's okay?
Well,
20,
yeah.
25 you lost it?
25, yeah. Last year.
And you were okay. So you were a virgin.
Yeah.
You lost your virginity at 25.
Mm-hmm.
From the moment that you met the guy who you first had sex with, how much time elapsed?
I think about a month or two.
All right,
Yeah.
there you go. I think.
But he didn't know I was a virgin. I kept it a secret.
You should. Okay, well,
Did you
Because
that's
tell
I
him
was so
after?
sick of
Scary to me.
I was
yeah.
so sick of having the same response of being like, "Oh God." So I was just like, you know what? Fuck it.
like
I'm gonna go.
I think
really
a
crazy to
woman,
me.
you can have sex with a woman relatively early on, and she could still be non-promiscuous, have a low body count,
No, I
and
agree
even
with that.
potentially, again, it's probably a little bit more rare, but even potentially be a virgin.
I agree with that, but I'm just saying, like, wouldn't you?
I've had those experiences. No. So.
Yeah, but I'm just saying from like the standpoint, like you're I mean, obviously you're not necessarily assuming, but you're making the argument that like her boyfriend is a very attractive guy. He's got a lot of options. Like, why would he wait? Wouldn't you, like, as that guy, see value in the person that like takes that kind of stuff seriously?
Wait, wouldn't I value it in a girl?
I think, wouldn't you value somebody who is willing to
Hold a standard to like
hold a standard, but like delay gratification? So if your goal is to just get in and sleep with the girl, like that's instant. You get what you want instantly. There is little patience. It shows, I'd say, lack of morals, but
And
it
self-control.
shows lack of self-control, lack of patience. There's a bunch of character flaws you see, and if you have the standard that I'm not going to sleep with somebody, I would say until marriage, but say a year, it's going to filter out a lot of guys who are not patient. They can't control themselves. Along with many other character flaws.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I think
I view it as a filter as well.
100%.
it's definitely a filter.
I've definitely like started hanging out with guys who are like, yeah, like a year's fine. It used to be 6 months. They'd be like, yeah, that's fine, that's fine. And then literally like a month and they're like tapped out. Like they're like, I can't do it. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I didn't do it right
I
off
wish
the bat.
more women would have at least that standard, because
Absolutely.
I think it would take away from, it would lessen the amount of guys that are looking for just one night stands, sex, promiscuity. I think we would just have a better dating culture in general.
100%.
Well, I mean, good for you, obviously, for sticking to your principles and what you want. I mean, look, I would just say, if there's like I'm dating a virgin, and she's not had sex with a guy before me, and she wants to, like, we have sex on the third date versus 3 months in versus a year in, I don't think that's gonna that's not gonna really have, in my view, any negative consequence on the relationship.
I'm not saying
But it's
that
not
it is.
for him. It's because I
It's for her.
personally am just not ready.
No, but you were asking me,
No,
Brian,
I know.
wouldn't you,
I'm
like,
not,
if a girl's
but I
a
wasn't
virgin?
saying it I'm not saying it in a way to compare like whether she's ready within a few weeks or ready within a year. I'm just saying, like, don't you think that's a valuable trait?
Well, the valuable trait is that she's a virgin. The
Yes.
length, if
But
if
say-
we
but say
met,
she- but say
if
she's a
she
virgin-
meets me,
Yes.
like the length that she waits when it comes to with me doesn't really matter. Like,
Yeah, I understand
You
that.
just want to be the one taking the virginity so that it's like untouched.
that's not really where I mean. we
That's
can
what
get
it sounds
into
like
body
to
count.
me.
No, but say
Well, yes, men value sexual purity in women. Yes,
Yeah.
but you were sexually pure until you met me.
So do you think if you met a girl who you like really, 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 really liked, and
Yeah.
she was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a year, and then we'll think about it, like it's not even a guarantee, you're gonna say no?
I mean, here's the thing, right? Is I kind of know what I'm looking for in a relationship, and I totally respect that. I'm not going to be like, you're lame for one. I'm not.
Well, yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Good for you. I'm glad that that's your values. But for me, just because I've had relationships, I've dated women, like, part of what I want in a relationship and what I hope my partner wants is a sexual relationship also.
Yeah.
So, like, look, I don't need to sleep with the girl on the first date, but I also don't want to wait like 3 months either.
That's fair.
I don't want to wait a year. If she absolutely blew me away, not like in that way, but if she just blew me away, like she was a really fucking super attractive, seemed like, I mean, I don't know if I've felt this way about a girl, but like, does that sound depressing? Like, but if she just like, I don't know what kind of girl, like, honestly, the
Like,
type
you
of
met your
girl,
dream
here's the
girl.
thing. Here's the thing though. I feel like, maybe this is going to sound fucked up. The type of girl that I would wait for would have to be so attractive in a myriad of ways. She ain't going for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she's not going for me.
I'd
So-
like to think that my boyfriend thinks very, very highly of me, and
Yeah,
that's
of
why he's willing to
course.
wait, but
I respect your faith in him.
oh my gosh.